So Vimbai, I want to speak to you about our dynamics. How have you been finding a female founder team? Yeah, basically, how are things between us? And be honest, if there's something, that you've never told me. Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. I'm Chido and this is Chido Starts Up. If this is your first time joining us, please make sure to click the subscribe button at the bottom of the page. And if you're joining us again, welcome back. Today I'm so excited. I'm with my co-founder, Miss Vimbai. And you can see we're even matching today, wearing our African skirts. We are here to speak about our business YuPlan. I asked some people on social media about any questions they'd have for us, and we're going to answer some of those questions. But we're basically just going to tell you about our story, our business, and yeah, kind of like why YuPlan exists. So yeah, thank you so much for joining me, Vimbai.
Hi Chido, and thank you very much. I'm really excited to be doing this with you.
Oh, thanks.
I've been looking forward to it.
So maybe you can start us off and tell people who YuPlan. What is YuPlan? What does it do, and who are we?
Okay, so YuPlan is an online marketplace for venues. So we basically assist you in terms of your venue search, comparing, booking, and paying for your venue, because with us you plan your way. So what that means is that you get to select your parameters, so your size of venue, your price, amenities, services, etc. that you require in a perfect venue, and we do our best to streamline and give you the best results based on your selection.
Perfect. I couldn't have said it better myself. I'll actually go to one of the questions that was sent to us, which was what inspired the business idea. So in late 2018, I was organizing a conference in Zim from South Africa, and I had a lot of challenges doing that. And I just thought that there must be an easier way to kind of do this whole conference planning thing. It's not like I expected to plan more conferences, but I was just really frustrated at the time. And around that same time, Vimbai and I were, speaking over the phone. We had just finished university, and we're talking, and we're like, you know what, we haven't secured any jobs, and we're literally sitting at home doing nothing.
Yeah.
Why don't we use this time to do something constructive? So we started speaking about my frustrations with the conference, and we thought we could, kind of run with the idea of a platform that allows you to organize things from, the comfort of your home. Upon further research, Vimbai actually, kind of narrowed down our business idea, and then she came up with the suggestion that we narrow down on venues and we focus on venues. And since then, we've just been flying with YuPlan, focusing on being an online venue marketplace.
Yeah. And one of the reasons why we decided to focus on the venue is that we realized that a venue forms a part of the largest part of the event planning process, and you find that your venue is what makes your event. And a lot of the times you perhaps maybe want a venue with specific features, waterfall for example, but you've got no idea where to find that. So that's exactly why we're here. And we decided, hey, Zimbabweans also have an outgoing culture. They want to host events, they want to do this. So this is probably the best way to go about it. And so far, so good.
So far, so good indeed. So Vimbai, I want to speak to you about our dynamics. How have you been finding a female founder team? Yeah, basically, how are things between us? And be honest, if there's something, that you've never told me.
I think, honestly, this is probably the best partnership in my life. I mean, I'm still yet to experience other partnerships, but I honestly could not have asked for a better partner. And in terms of our dynamics, I think one of the reasons why Chido and I have worked so well together is that we're both very self-aware. So Chido knows her strengths, I know my strengths, and we know each other's weaknesses as well. And we know exactly, how to communicate as well. I understand her personality type. She understands my personality type. I understand what makes her, sensitive, and same goes for me as well. And I think being women as well, we're able to understand the different struggles that we have. So sometimes, it's so difficult for me to do something because I'm a girl at home and I have to, sort of attend to that. And she gets that, and same thing as it is for me as well.
Yeah, I definitely have to agree with you on that. I think another thing that we did when we started is we made a separate WhatsApp group. So obviously we spoke on like our direct contact line and then made a separate WhatsApp group. And I think in the first week we said, okay, our direct line is for personal chats and our YuPlan WhatsApp group is for YuPlan things.
Exactly.
And separating that has really helped us to I think communicate better and understand each other better. I think we're also very honest with each other. So there are literally times when I cannot do something, and there may even be like a week or maybe a few weeks when I can't do something. And I think the fact that we're honest with each other and she understands that, it gives I feel less shame because
Yeah.
I understand that she's got my back. And I also try my best to have her back because that's kind of the relationship we've built. So I think for any female founder teams, or if you actually have a female founder on your team, I think, having those conversations, understanding where they're at. And I mean, we were growing, we had no jobs when we
Yeah.
started, and things have changed since then. And always communicating when things change, when now she's busier or I'm busier, just, letting the other person know. I also think another thing that I really like about our relationship is that we apologize when we do something
Yeah.
wrong. So if I say the wrong thing on a certain platform, or I accidentally tell someone the wrong information, I tell her because I don't want to kind of create any we should be fully transparent. That's the
Yeah.
only way that things can work.
And I think what's also super interesting is that before YuPlan, we actually were not as close.
Yeah, no, we weren't.
Like, we just became partners because I guess we felt like we could work together. And
I think it was the drive though. I was really attracted to her drive, and I think she was probably attracted to mine.
yeah, I was.
It's
like,
actually a very silly way of choosing a partner, I'm not gonna lie, because it could have gone the other direction.
yeah, that's so true.
But yeah, we weren't really friends. You were
Yeah,
right.
we went, and I think just sharing a baby and understanding that we both care about YuPlan so much has made it also very easy. So much that if she's got criticism maybe to give me, I don't really take it personally, but I understand that it's for the best of our baby.
Yeah, definitely. Thanks, Vimbai. And then, kind of touching on our dynamics, we work remotely. I think this is probably like the fourth time we've met in person since we
Yeah.
started our business about like 2.5 years ago, and things have moved a lot since then.
Yeah.
What do you think makes our remote working relationship successful? And do you think it's sustainable for the future? Do you think, it's going to continue working, or, yeah, what do you think about that?
100%. I do think it can continue working. Whether I'm in Zim, Shiloh's not in Zim, I definitely think that it can continue working. And one of the reasons why we've been very successful is that we always talk about what it is that we need to do for YuPlan. So these are our goals, and this is how we want to achieve them. And I think we do that all the time. Like, we set new goals like every week.
Yeah.
And being a startup, like, you constantly have to shift responsibility between
Yes.
yourself and your partner. And I think being clear on that, and sort of then saying, what can you do, Vimbai, what can you do? And one of the things that we also realize is that Shiloh's brilliant, she's a brilliant creative, and she's brilliant at the marketing side of YuPlan. So you find that on social media, Shiloh's more active than I am, and then I then deal with the clients directly. And if she's not doing her job, I don't have clients to see. So it actually works pretty well. Yeah.
That's really true, yeah. And I think the thing that you said about shifting roles,
Yeah.
I think, obviously if someone does ask us, what role you have, we do kind of come up with something. But for us the way we work and what allows us to keep moving forward is to change. And I think it also allows us to understand our business better, because I'm now not like a professional on, the venue side, and you're not a professional on the clients.
Yeah.
We both end up in knowing like what's happening in the business.
100%.
Yeah. So kind of going to that, I wanted to ask, what are our top 2 challenges? And maybe we can each give one. I'll give you a bit of time to think, because I've got mine here. I think for me, our biggest challenge was hiring. We've had a few challenges with hiring. Not with getting people per se, it's easy to get people, but to get the right people, I think we've had a challenge with that. And it's because we're trying to figure out things as we go. So we didn't really know the type of person we needed. And at times, I think sometimes we didn't notice red flags when we meant to notice them, and we kind of let bad highs kind of run on for too long. But I think now we're in a good space with that. We've learned our lessons from that. Yeah.
100%. And I'm really trying to think of challenges, but maybe on the finance side, because I like numbers. I think access to finance, as well as raising, funding between us. I think it's been super challenging because we aren't okay, now we can say we're entrepreneurs, but like it's been a trial and error kind of process. So that means that in terms of prioritizing, where to use our finances, sometimes we've run out of cash.
Yeah.
Sometimes we've been broke. So I think that has been, one of our biggest challenges. Yeah.
Yeah, no, definitely. And sometimes we've just had to have faith and just be like, you know what, we kind of need this to happen. We don't know where the money's gonna come from down the line, but let's just kind of put our faith in it, and things have worked out relatively well.
I think we're fine.
So this takes us to our final 3 questions from the people that submitted questions.
All right.
And the first one I'll actually speak is about funding.
All right.
It's how did we fund our operation as a startup, and how do we build capital?
Okay.
So I'll start, and then I think you can contribute. Right. So I think for us, the way that we funded our YuPlan is bootstrapped. We don't have any investors at the moment. We've put in our money into YuPlan. I think at the beginning we didn't really we just kind of were like, okay, we need a website.
Yeah.
Then we just kind of decided how we're going to work around that. Then I think as of late we started actually having a budget, financial targets and things like that. And then I think we also just contribute on a periodic basis to kind of try keep our cash flows going. And again, that's from our personal money.
Yeah.
Because YuPlan is fully bootstrapped.
And we're very honest, about about our finances. Like, this month this is what I can do. This month, I can't do this.
Yes.
And I think we really had each other's back. And I remember when we started off, I'd recently bought a new phone, and I just said to myself, you know what, I'm an entrepreneur, I'm trying to build a business, a phone can wait. So I actually sold my phone, and I got money to pay for initial deposit for the startup. So yeah, sometimes you have to sacrifice. Yeah.
Definitely. Sometimes you have to sacrifice, but again, you have to be very honest about money, because I think money can tear your founder relationship apart. I think if someone feels like they're contributing more, and we have had seasons like that where maybe she puts in more or I put in more. I think looking at your startup's finances on a long-term scale instead of just that moment helps you to kind of get over that.
Yeah.
Because okay, today she contributed more, but I mean in a couple of months' time she may you might be back on equal terms or whatever it is that kind of makes you happy. So I think, as she said, you guys are working on this baby, and this baby needs to survive and grow up and become successful on its own. So just kind of work on your finances that way. And then the second question is, how did we get to a point of transforming this business from a side hustle?
Can you answer me? Because I just found myself there.
So I think YuPlan was never a side hustle, because we actually started it we didn't have jobs at the time when we started it. So I don't think it was actually a side hustle. And when we started, we just had the intention of it working out as a business on its own. So we registered very early. I think a couple months after we spoke about the idea, probably a month or 2, we actually registered it. We got our business bank account.
Yeah.
We got a lot of things formalized, because we're just kind of this is a business and it needs to look and feel like a business.
Yeah. And I think that's why I couldn't answer, because I was like, I don't remember ever, treating it as a side hustle.
Yeah. But I mean, I do understand people who start their business as side hustles. And I think from our experience, I just recommend that if you now want to start looking at it as a business, register it. And get all your paperwork in place, because that will also help you to take it seriously and build it as a business.
And start making revenue and start branding yourself. So get business cards, get brochures, get a website, Instagram page, and just make it happen.
Yeah, exactly. And then our last question, which I think is quite good, is what does success mean to both of us? And are we aspiring to a specific level of success with YuPlan?
honestly, I'm very open-minded. So for me, I'm taking it a day, at a time, and I understand that success also changes as you go up. So at some point, getting a booking was,
the biggest thing.
but now, we get bookings often. So our goals have also changed. Yeah. So I think for me, I just wouldn't put a limitation on what success is. But definitely, success is when YuPlan starts to change lives, when we start to see the statistics and say these, are the venues that we've assisted, and our venues have increased their revenues, by this much, over this period of time. So when we can actually quantify that,
Wow, that's really admirable. I think for me, I would like YuPlan to help us become the type of woman that we want to become. Vimbai and I are really passionate about African development, about tech. We're passionate about women empowerment, and just kind of, I don't really know how to describe it, but we see, I think we both know where we want to go, and YuPlan is a part of that journey, a significant part of that journey. And I think we want to work our hardest so that we get that experience that we need, we get the connections, the networks that we need to also maybe help other female founders build their businesses, to build other businesses that may also drive more impact on the continent. I definitely think that you will see more of us in this space and in other spaces as well. And I think for me that would be successful.
100%. So when you talk about female founders, when the first thing that comes to your mind is YuPlan, then I think we would have done a great job.
No, we would have done a really great job. So Vimbai, do you have any last words to say to the people about our baby?
I think just watch the space, guys. Just watch the space, and always remember that with us, you plan your way. So we make sure that we get you exactly what it is that you're looking for. If we can't get you that, we're going to get you at least something close. So please continue to support us, and thank you very much.
Yes, indeed. Thank you so much for tuning into this video. Please do visit our website, give us any comments. We're always open to getting feedback. It's www.yuplan.co. I will put our social media handles in the comment section below. But otherwise, please like, share this video. Please do share our story, subscribe to this channel, and we'll see you guys next time.